The Leopard was abandoned by the Ukrainian army in the mud, and the Russian soldiers destroyed it, a reconnaissance officer told RIA Novosti. According to Bulgarian military, the German-made Leopard tank has officially entered the war in Ukraine. RIA Novosti said the unnamed officer was a commander of a Russian reconnaissance unit. Accordingly, the bad weather and mud, as well as the fighting situation, did not allow the Russian side to capture this Leopard. For this reason, his unit was forced to sink the tank in the mud, rendering it an unusable combat vehicle. The reports of RIA Novosti have not yet been clearly confirmed. Analysts at the Bulgarian military magazine have not been able to conclude whether this Russian officer exists or not, and whether what he said is true or not. Therefore, information about a German Leopard tank submerged in mud is there a big question mark. However, there are many videos showing military equipment stuck in the mud on the Ukrainian battlefield. Apparently, weather, wetlands, and geography are working against the Ukrainian armed forces in the area. Videos and photos on social networks show that the Soviet-made armor vehicles of the Ukrainian army move with difficulty due to the mud, as well as the slippery ground. Many vehicles were left on the side of the road. Back in history, World War II saw the defeat of Nazis before a harsh winter in Russia. The Eurasian Times recounts Nazi Germany's famous Operation Barbarossa in the summer of 1941. After the surprise attack, the Nazis broke through many Soviet defenses and advanced more than 800 kilometers into enemy territory. Only about 200 kilometers from Moscow, the operation had to stop and failed before the harsh winter. The fierce resistance of the Soviet Red Army and besides, the weather, as well as the mud, prevented the German advance. What happened in history is very similar to the weather situation on the Ukrainian battlefield. Mud, the enemy of the combat vehicles. The Russian and Ukrainian militaries are no stranger to such battlefield conditions, but for Ukraine's Western allies, it's a big test. For more than 70 years, they have mainly moved through the sandy deserts of the Middle East, Syria, and Libya. It was explained that mud quickly and easily adhered to the vehicle's wheels and track system. But that's not the point. What comes next is complicated. The mud dries quickly afterwards, making it literally rock hard. If not washed in time, the wheel and structure will be out of balance, making movement impossible. After Germany, the US and other allies announced the transfer of tanks to Ukraine, Moscow showed a cool calm. They just continued to put T-90M Prorif tanks, Ka-52M helicopters, and other infantry fighting vehicles, armored vehicles into operation. They even put our Soviet-era T-62 tanks into the battlefield. These tanks are no match for Western tanks, but according to some experts, in mud, bad weather, and fog, the T-62 in the modernized version is becoming a really dangerous weapon of Russia. The T-62 has been upgraded, including improved optics, new communications, and additional armor.